That's a poo. That's a poo. That's a poo. That's a poo. Peace to you. Peace to you. Peace. Thanks for joining us this morning. Again, this is our first session in session 10 of what we are calling the pandemic sessions, or the sessions that brought our system online. This is session 10. So they're done primarily in monthly segments. So starting back with session 1 in April of 2020, all the way up through today's session, which will begin being online as of this afternoon. So we really appreciate your attendance and your participation and your support. We want to be able to provide you the best opportunity you can to utilize these tools and the tools that you may already possess to maintain your health, physical, emotional, psychospiritual, and to apply these tools in other areas so that you may be as successful as you choose to be. That being said, today is a very auspicious day for us. It's a beautiful day. It's wonderfully brisk. You can see my breath in our training room here. So it's again a reminder that we transform our space. Breathing appropriately, expanding the energy, we transform our spaces. That being said, we're going to get into our Shiasha, get into the Asar Stance today. We're going to continue our movement. We're going to review this session and next session, the footwork and arm movement from single whip, so that we can then prepare to move forward in the form. Everyone should be at or nearing 15 to 20 minutes Asar Stance for this area. You should be at 15 to 20 minutes of Asar Stance, and that's at one time, not periodically throughout the day. I know we got some newer folks checking in, so you'll be able to build up with us. Hopefully you'll be able to hang in. You'll do the best that you can do. It's not a comparison. So we'll get through Asar Stance, we'll get to the Qigong, we'll get to the form exercises. We'll do our breathing exercise, our alternate nostril breathing exercise. And then we'll wind up with wisdom from the sages of the ages. And I'll also break out the charts, just again for a quick review of the martial application of sunrises over the mountain and ward off to the right, utilizing the vector geometry physics of the movements. And then I will consider showing the movements again and some variations on potential applications. All right. Hopefully that puts everything in a place where everybody has a context of what we're going to be covering today in today's session. So what I'm going to do now is move this chair. We're going to get up. We're going to bow in so that we can get moving. Looks like someone came at just the right time. Uh-oh. All right. So we'll give them a moment to try and rejoin us before we get going. Looks like someone dropped off. We got everyone that needs to be present. We do. All right. Let's do it. Get yourself to a place where you can see, where everything is good for you in terms of vision. And what we're going to do is we're going to get started. All right. Okay, so Wu Chi position, heels forming a 90-degree angle. Pyramid hands. And we bow in. We say to all the masters that have gone before us, we bow. Teacher to student, student to teacher. Pyramid hands. And you're going to shift the weight to the right, stepping to the left, a little wider than shoulders width heel first. Balance the weight out between. Sit down on those legs. Open the hands into the Asar Stance position. And begin. We're going to do 20 breaths using the bellows breathing. For those of you that are new, what that means is as you breathe in, you push the stomach out. As you breathe out, you pull the stomach in. Breathing in, you push the stomach out. Breathing out, you pull the stomach in. 20 breaths. Here we go. Sit down a little deeper for 4 more breaths. Pyramid hands. Going to shift the weight to the right, slide that left foot in the Wuchi position. And hands down, shake it out, opposite hand, opposite leg. And back in the Wuchi position. Pyramid hands. Shifting all the way to the right as you come up on the left toes. Stepping left, a little wider than shoulders width, heel first. Balance the weight. All right. Toes, knees, and hands point the same direction. You want to see a ball of golden white light like the sun in the palms of the hands. The position is called holding the golden balls. 2 breaths. Rotating the palms into oneness, 2 breaths. Palms facing the floor. Into the turtle, chin down. Out to the drawbridge. Point the hands between the legs for 2 breaths. Into oneness. Rabbit through the chute. Hands come behind the kidneys, up the front, not higher in the center of the forehead, and press down as you exhale. Into oneness. Into elbows. into oneness. Right hand on top of left hand, palms up, thumbs touching, arms and hands not touching the body. You're going to rotate the left hand on top, right hand on the bottom, palms facing each other like you're holding a golden white ball, like the sun in between the palms of the hands. 4 breaths. Into pyramid hands, and then into oneness. Into the turtle, out to the drawbridge, point the hands between the legs for 2 breaths. Into oneness. Pyramid hands. Shifting all the way to the right, sliding the left foot into Wu Chi position. Shake it out, opposite hand, opposite leg. Pyramid hands. You're going to shift all the way to the right. You're going to step left, a little wider than shoulders width, heel first. All right, hands are here. Take your right hand, place it beneath the navel. Take your left hand, place it here like so, like we were doing with holding the golden balls. Point the same direction as the knees and toes. This is called tracing the Tai Chi diagram. Okay, the hand is here, so the palm is at eye level. You're going to shift the weight to the right and turn the waist. The hand comes across the body. When it goes all the way across, you're going to bring it down so it's at heart level. You're going to shift the weight and it comes back. And turn the hand over, palm up. You're going to shift the weight and the hands exchange. And you shift, and again, it comes across at eye level, heart level, and exchanging the hands again. Simple exercise of tracing the Tai Chi diagram, keeping the shoulders relaxed. All right. Bring the hands to the center, the body to center. Pyramid hands. Shift the weight to the right, slide it in, the Wu Chi. And drop the hands and shake it out. Opposite hand, opposite leg. All right. Feet parallel, shoulders width. Into the ka position. 2 breaths. Palms facing forward for 2 breaths. Shifting all the way to the left as you pick up the right toes, pivot 45 degrees, step down on the right foot, shifting the weight, left foot is up on the toes, stepping forward with the left. Shifting the weight forward on that left foot, shifting all the way back to the right. Bottom is tucked. Right hand is out from the heart. Left hand is out from the center of the forehead, elbows are dropped. All the weight is on the right leg, 4 breaths. Stepping back with the left, shifting the weight to the left leg, up on the right toes, pivot to the front. The feet are straight and parallel as you bring the arms down to the sides. All right. So while they're here, we're going to sink down and go right into the gathering. Breathing out. In. Out. Breathing in, bringing the hands into the chest. Breathing out. Releasing. All right. Interlace the fingers, palms out. Going to raise the hands towards the heavens 8 times. Coming up on the balls of the feet as we do. Breathing in. Out. 8 times. 2. Let the hands come down. As you breathe in, you're going to take the right hand up. You breathe out, exchange hands. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. Keep the left hand up as you breathe in, bringing the right hand up. Breathing out, turning to the right. Breathing in, turning to your left. Breathing out, front and center. Breathing in, hands up, press them out. In a little more, in a little more. Much as air as you can get in. Turn to the right, turn to the left, back to front and center, exhale. Shake it out, opposite hand, opposite leg. Make sure the feet are straight and parallel. As we're going to get into swinging arms. Here we go. And here we go, up on the balls and then rocking back and forth on the ball to the heel. All right, let them swing. Let them stop on their own. Don't you stop them. So the goal is to not be completely out of breath when you're done. To do up to 90 seconds is the goal. So I recommend at the start that you go to your age, okay? And because I want to push a little further, while we're here together, we'll go to my age, which is roughly a happy medium between 90 seconds and probably where some of y'all may be. All right. Now we're going to open the chest, and this movement is an adaptation. It's a chest opening and a back stretch at the same time, working multiple parts of the body. All right, so here we go. Sinking down, we do this 5 times. Opening the chest and back stretch. Pay attention to your body. Listen to your body. This is 2. 3. 4. 5. Shake it out, opposite hand, opposite leg. All right, so from here, make sure your feet parallel, shoulders width, check your feet. Use the tools, check the body. All right. Now that we're here, right hand on top of left hand. You're going to shift the weight to the right, turn the waist, exchange the hands, shift the weight to the left, exchange the hands. This movement is called wave hands like clouds. So the hands should be light and agile. The movement is defined by the waist turning, the weight shifting. Shoulders are relaxed. All right, here we go. Bring it to the center, hands down, and sun rises over the mountain and sun sets. Okay, we're going to ward off right and left 4 breaths. Here we go. 2 in a row, sunrises. We're going to go 4 breaths to grasp the bird's tail, sunrises, and into 4 breaths. All right, step back, pivot, shake it out, opposite hand, opposite leg. All right, feet parallel, shoulders width. Let's get ready to get it. We're going to flow all the way through the single whip. If you get lost, take a look at my feet. Remember, if you extend, you contract. So if you extend, you contract. If you contract, you extend, managing the yin yang and dealing with what we call the I Ching or the Book of Changes and how that directly impacts our particular variant of the Yang style Tai Chi Chuan form through our great Grandmaster Da Lu and Grandmaster Harry Kafran Dongo. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to sink down. As you exhale, inhale the sun rises, and we go. Remember, flowing all the way through. All right, again, feet parallel, shoulders width, sinking down. All right, again, sinking down. again. Sun rises. All right, shake it out. Opposite hand, opposite leg. Opposite hand, opposite leg. All right. Quickly, I'm going to go over martial application, but I want you to see. Watch the hands and sun rises over the mountain and sun sets. I want you to see the arc that the hands take. They should simulate the arc in that golden circle, that shin that you see in our logo behind me. Okay? I want you to see the relationship of the arc, all right? So now, coming directly at you, what that means is that this, as we've talked about before, from the wrist out is what we consider our negotiated space or our shared space, community space. From the wrist in is what we consider our personal, intimate space. So let me get clear as you can see. So again, from the wrist in, look at all of this space here. From the wrist in, that's my personal, intimate space. I define and control what happens in there within that space. I don't have to have reasons. I just need to communicate clearly. And if people don't listen, then allow them to be filled with wonder at our response. So sun rises over the mountain defines the space. You can keep someone here should you choose, okay? So it's a way of, oh, bless your heart. You can catch someone and nice little tap on their heart as they come forward. Say you're in a place and someone's coming to hug you that you don't want to be hugged. You want to maintain that physical distance. We should be easy now because with the COVID protocols, people shouldn't be getting within 6 feet of each other without a mask. But this is even in the event that these are intimate folks and you don't want to be touched, you can enforce this. This is yours right here. Butt tucked, rooted right here. Okay, and the reason the feet are parallel and you're rooted here is that you can easily yield to either direction. If necessary, once you're here, you can step forward either side and share the joy of elbows with people. The other side is that as sun sets, and that's the setting sun. So I want you to see there's the sun rises and sun sets. See? It's not straight. It takes a slope like a curve. See it? Watch the hands. There's the sun rises and watch sun sets. It's here and back. And the reason for that is that you're taking someone over the mountain, down the mountain, and forward. So you're uprooting them and bringing them forward. So if it's here, you can bring them right in for a wonderful meeting with your knees. Got it? Into the core area, liver, what is it, pancreas, spleen, or you can go into the genital area. Okay? So again, that's just sunrises over the mountain and sunsets. And we're going to show you the math of it in just a moment. Now, the important thing about ward off right and left is this, is that you see that straight line there, that wand, that's that upright pillar in the logo. Okay, I want you to see that because when we ward off, first I'm going to ward off to the left. See here how it's visible now? So what I have done is I have moved my center, which is where most folks would attack. And then I've turned, and you see how much of that is available? See, all that I took up space with is now available. So in other words, if someone's coming at me linearly, I can just move out the way by shifting the weight and pivoting on this heel. Either side, see? So now, getting off the center is important. The next piece is that the hand movement. So notice as I shift the weight, this hand moves, see? Because my body is interconnected. So shift the weight, the hand comes, rotate. And this is what we talk about, the rotation of the foot through the hips and waist brings the hands around into their position. Okay? So the full movement, sun rises over the mountain, sun sets, off the center line, and you get a little vortex action that shifts them. All right, let's have a seat real quick. I'm gonna show it to you in a two-dimensional format, and then we're gonna get to the breathing exercises. First one we did was sun rises over the mountain. Very simple. Okay, folks got it here. This red line represents your movement. Can everybody see okay? Yeah, this is probably gonna be best right here. Sun rises over the mountain. So the blue line represents the tangent line to your arc. And so the black line represents your opponent or that linear energy that's coming right directly at you. And so what you're doing is you're creating a curve, and through the creating of that curve, you intersect right there at that perpendicular, that 90-degree angle, okay? And then that green arrow, that is where you shift their energy. So they don't come straight at you anymore. You're redirecting their energy off of you, and they're just sliding right over you. Okay, so that sun rises over the mountain. Okay, I'll have to do another one for sunsets for Thursday because I went over that today. Okay, this is ward off left and right, but I want us to look at it this way. So someone's coming straight at us, this black arrow, and we're meeting them at that tangent point, which is that blue line right there where the lines intersect, and they're trying to come through you. And you see the arc is the red line of your movement. And that green arrow to the left and to the right indicates the direction in which you are moving their arms when they come forward, or their leg as they come directly towards you, okay? So that's that. And unfortunately, because of the timing and schedule, my assistant is in school. My in-house assistant, one is in school and the other is trying to claim their vacation time. So we don't have the opportunity to demonstrate that today. What I'll do is I'll take a day and upload it to the YouTube where you have an opportunity to see what it looks like to use sunrises over the mountain, sunsets, and ward off right and left in terms of martial applications, self-defense applications. That being said, we're going to get to our breathing exercise. So I want you to sit comfortably. You're going to take your right thumb and index finger, rest them on top of the thigh, palms up, thumb and index finger touching. You're going to take your left hand, left thumb, block off the left nostril, thumb and index finger in the center of the forehead. Breathing in, out, in, out, in, out. Fire breath. Deep breath in. Release. Switching hands, no breath. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. Fire breath. Deep breath in. And release. Both hands on the thighs, thumb and index finger touching, palms up, breathing in. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. Fire breath. Deep breath in. Chin down. Release. Palms down. Breathing in and out. In. Cleansing breath out through the mouth. In through the nose. Cleansing breath out through the mouth. In. Out through the nose. In through the nose. Out through the nose. In through the nose. And out through the nose. All right. Excellent. Now we're going to come to what we call the wisdom from the sages of the ages. And today, again, we're coming from the oldest wisdom text on earth, revised 3200 BCE, the teachings of Ptah. Wisdom from the sages of the ages. All right. If you plow, and if there is growth in your field, and the Great Spirit lets it prosper in your hand, don't boast to your neighbor. One has great respect for the silent person. A person of character is a person of wealth. If that person robs, they are like a crocodile in the middle of the waters. If the Great Spirit gives you children, don't impose on one who has no children. Neither should you decry or brag about having your own children. For there's many a parent with grief and many with children that is less content than another. It is the lonely who the Great Spirit nurtures, while family people pray for followers. It's done, right? So that is going to conclude our first session of this year, this Western year. I'm grateful that you all chose to join me in this, chose yourself. Remember, if you're feeling a little something, I'm grateful. You should get a little sweat with us. This is something that enables your body to heal itself on multiple levels. We went through and worked on lymphatic system flush today. We worked on raising and lowering the blood pressure, evening out the pace of the blood pressure and the heart rate. Worked on balancing the parasympathetic and sympathetic nerve system so that your response will be balanced and even keel. We opened up the nasal passages and the breathing processes so that both nostrils push and pull together. And in the process, we were able also, through the movements, to begin to balance the dialogue and the relationship between left and right hemispheres of the brain, between the conscious and subconscious aspects of the mind. And we work to cultivate aspects of the will and self as a means towards moving towards cultivating good character. We also incorporated what we call the wisdom from the sages of the ages, which is our literacy and world history aspect, because wisdom does not belong to one culture. Wisdom belongs to the world. So with that, I want to thank you. I say Hatapu, peace to you. Ankuja Seneb, life, health, and strength. And Heru Nefer, good day to you. Wait, forgot to bow out, and we say, to all the masters that have gone before us, we bow. Teacher to student, student to teacher, giving honor, praise, and respect to the ancestors, those who brought us the arts and allow us to learn and grow from their wisdom, and giving praise and honor to the eternal witnesses of the earth and the sky. I say to you, Hetep, peace, Ankuja Seneb, life, health, and strength.